Welcome back. You're listening to Awaz FM. The time now is 20 minutes past 11 o'clock and today's date is the 4th of March. And if you probably read on Facebook just now, it's Deafblind Scotland live on air in the next couple of minutes. I hope you enjoyed the holy celebrations in the first hour of the show. And thank you everybody who called into the studio. Thank you to Jazzy, thank you to Dave, and thank you to also Peter and to Mr. Ahmedji, Tahirji, and also Bonham and Shaila and Samira and Shazia also, and Harjit Seoti, Tahir Dar, a fellow colleague here at Awaz FM. Also to Shiraz Ahmed, who was also our fellow colleague here at Awaz FM as well. And thank you to everybody who's called into the studio who's saying they're liking and enjoying the show. We'll keep tuning in. I'll be on right up to midday. And straight after me, we'll have the Sada Virsa show, spearheaded by the lovely Surjit Ji, who'll be entertaining you with her Punjabi tracks and facts right up to 2 o'clock. 2 to 4, it's the lovely, charming Farah Ji, who bring you all the news and the views from the world of Pakistan. And that's between 2 and 4 o'clock. 4 to 7 is the Drive Time team, spearheaded by our lovely, who is it? Sophie, who I think is back from Down Under. Yes, Sophie went for 3 weeks for her birthday to Australia. So hopefully she'll be back to entertain you, bring you home safely for wherever you are. 7 to 9 is the lovely Hamida Ji, who will be bringing you the Katiya Mitya Galla. And 9 to 11 is, I think it is, I always forget his name. It's Satbalji. God, he's going to kill me. Bringing you all the beautiful classical tracks from the 50s, 60s and 70s. Welcome to the studio, Deafblind Scotland. How are you all this morning?
Good morning. Good morning.
I know we can all hear you.
Good morning.
Right, I'd love to introduce to the listeners Andrew Gibson from Deafblind Scotland, who's the fundraising and marketing officer. And we also have Susan Abati, who very politely said Aruna, my surname is pronounced Abati, because knowing me, I would have said Abate. Right, so Abati, that sounds good to me. She is Deafblind Scotland's operational manager. And then we have our very own Shanaz Raziq from Deafblind Scotland, who's a member and a service user. And as everybody knows here on Awaz FM, it's Councillor Mohammed Raziq. Give you a sound of applause. Right, thank you for coming to Awaz FM today. We are very humbled to have you and your team here on Awaz FM. So, taking the mic to Mr. Gibson here from Deafblind Scotland. Can you tell Awaz FM listeners what Deafblind Scotland is all about?
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much for having us.
You're very welcome.
Deafblind Scotland's a national charity. We support people who have a dual sensory loss, meaning they have a severe loss of both their sight and their hearing. We're here today because we've been chosen as Awaz FM's 2015 Charity of the Year.
Yay!
Which is really exciting.
We're looking forward to that.
We're really looking forward to the year ahead, working in partnership with the radio station. It's really exciting times. So, yeah, we thought we'd come in today to discuss about the charity, the year ahead with Awaz FM, and what we can offer people who may be needing support in terms of dual sensory impairment.
Okay. And Suzanne, what is your role there with Deafblind Scotland?
Good morning. I'm Operations Manager for the charity's National Guide Communicator Service. That basically means that we support deafblind people up and down Scotland to access services in terms of accessing information, accessing communication support, and supporting them to be out and about in their communities to be as independent as they possibly can be.
If we can ask you to come a wee bit closer to your mics, that will be really, really helpful.
There we go.
Thank you very much for that, Suzanne. And Mr. and Mrs. Raziq, can I ask what your roles are within Deafblind Scotland? Ladies first? Okay, ladies first. आप उर्दू में बात कीजिए, no problem.
मेरा नाम है शनाज रज़ाक. मैं डेफब्लाइंड की तरफ से आई हूँ बात करने के लिए.
And Mr. Raziq?
Yes, as you've announced, I'm Mohammed Raziq, and I am an elected member in the city of Glasgow for the Maryhill Kelvin area, and also I am director of the West of Scotland Regional Equality Council, and I'm here to support my wife and today, and also to put across the difference that the support from Deafblind has made to my wife.
Is Wes listening in just now?
I hope they are.
Good morning to everybody at Wesrec, and good morning to everybody listening in Deafblind Scotland just now. You want to say good morning to them?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hopefully we'll be nice and awake listening to you guys. Okay, let's crack on. Andrew, Suzanne, what is deafblindness all about? And can you tell us about what Deafblind Scotland does to support deafblind people?
Okay, deafblindness is where someone has a severe dual sensory impairment. So they have difficulty with both their sight and their hearing. So if you can imagine waking up tomorrow and you can't see and you can't hear properly, what impact would that have on your daily life? You wouldn't be able to read your mail, you wouldn't be able to go to the shops, for example, you wouldn't be able to communicate with your friends and family. Every single thing that we take for granted as sighted hearing people would be completely cut off to you. Okay. So deafblind people deafblindness can happen for a variety of reasons. Someone may be born deaf or born blind and lose the other sense, or it can happen as part of the natural ageing process. Okay. But I think we very much underestimate the impact that deafblindness has on an individual and how that can make somebody very, very isolated, affect their physical ability and affect their ability to feel good within themselves.
Okay. And why would a deafblind person need the guide communicator service, and how does this actually support them in their day-to-day living?
Okay, the guide communicator, their role is to become the individual's eyes and ears. So they help them to access any aspect of their daily living that they want. So it might be reading their mail, it could be taking part in an exercise class, which we'll speak a little bit later on. It might be going to visit their local councillor to address an issue that they've got. It could be going to a social event, it could be going to worship in their own particular culture. Deafblind Scotland currently has 5 bilingual guide communicators to support people within the Asian communities, and it's something that we are very keen to work in partnership with, because we're very aware that there will be people out there who are living with a dual sensory impairment who don't have access to the support that they should be getting and probably don't know about the services of Deafblind Scotland.
Thank you very much for that, Suzanne. Thank you very much for sharing that information with our listeners. Taking the mic on to Mr. and Mrs. Raziq, can you tell us about your sensory impairments and how it has affected both of your lives? हाँ, आप उर्दू में बात कीजिएगा और आप थोड़े माइक के पास आ जाना. That's it. तो आप लिसनर्स को बताइएगा कि आपको कैसे अफेक्ट करता है आपकी जो सेंसरीज इम्पेयरमेंट्स है.
मुझे तो बहुत ही डेफब्लाइंड की तरफ से फ़ायदा हुआ है कि मैं काफ़ी बीमार थी. जी. तो मेरा एक दिन डॉक्टर के पास अपॉइंटमेंट था. वहाँ पे मुझे विजय खन्ना मिली हैं, वो मेरी ट्रांसलेट करने के लिए आई थी. हाँ, वो रेडियो पे भी आई है पिछले साल. जी. हाँ, तो उन्होंने मुझे देखा मेरी बुरी हालत में. तो मुझसे पूछा क्या बात है, मैं इधर आपको कह रही हूँ, आप उधर जा रही हैं. फिर मैंने उनको बताया कि मेरी आँखों का प्रॉब्लम है, मैं पार्शली ब्लाइंड हूँ, मुझे काफ़ी नज़र नहीं आता. तो फिर उस वक्त तो थोड़ी वो खामोश रही है. जब डॉक्टर के पास से होके हम वापस आई हैं तो फिर उन्होंने मुझे पूछा, कहते हैं मैं क्या आपकी हेल्प कर सकती हूँ कि मैं डेफ ब्लाइंड की तरफ से हूँ, तो आपकी मैं हेल्प कर सकती हूँ. तो मैंने कहा कि ज़रूर करें, इसकी पूछने की क्या बात है. फिर उन्होंने मुझे रजिस्टर किया वहाँ पे. तो मुझे काफ़ी उस वक़्त मैं बीमार थी इतनी कि डायबिटीज़ इतनी हाई थी कि मैं हर वक़्त बेड पे ही रहती थी. आपको डायबिटीज़ की वजह से ये आँखों की प्रॉब्लम हुई थी या शुरू से बचपन से? ये मुझे बचपन से थी. पैदाइश से या जब आप थोड़ी सी पैदाइश से थी? लेकिन मुझे इतना फील नहीं हुआ. तब आप पाकिस्तान में थे? जी, पाकिस्तान में थी. जब मेरी शादी हुई यहाँ मैं ग्लासगो में आई हूँ तो 20 साल की थी जब मुझे पता चला कि मेरी आंखें काफ़ी ख़राब है. तो बचपन में आपके जो माता पिता थे, माँ बाप थे, उनको पता नहीं लगा कि आपको थोड़ी आंखों की प्रॉब्लम है? नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं पता लगा. मेरी आंखें ख़राब होती थी. हाँ. तो डॉक्टर के पास जाते थे, वो कहते हैं मौसम की वजह से ये है वो है, तो ड्रॉप्स दे के और ठीक भी हो जाती थी. ठीक है. तो वहाँ पे पाकिस्तान में स्कूल भी जाती थी. मैंने मैट्रिक मैं गई हूँ।
ये मेरा अगला सवाल था कि आप जब आपकी आंखों की प्रॉब्लम थी बचपन से, तो आपने अपने स्कूल या कॉलेज में आपने कैसे पढ़ाई वगैरह की?
उस वक्त कुछ मुझे मालूम नहीं हुआ
जी,
मैं सही थी बिल्कुल।
आप किताब पढ़ सकते
थे, लेकिन ये मैं इतनी नज़दीक नहीं रखती थी, लेकिन थोड़ी नज़दीक रख के किताब पढ़ती थी।
और डॉक्टर ने उन्होंने बताया नहीं कि आप ऑप्टिशियन के पास जाओ, आंखों की आप टेस्ट करवाओ, ऐसा कुछ नहीं कहा?
नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं कहा, कुछ नहीं, उनको पता ही नहीं चला।
ओके, तो अब आपको जो पता है, आपको वो लफ्ज़ पता है कि व्हाट इज़ द नेम जो आपकी आंखों की प्रॉब्लम है?
हाँ जी,
शॉर्ट साइटेडनेस है या थोड़ा सा और कुछ सिवियर है?
मुझे Stargardt syndrome.
Stargardt syndrome. Okay, if I can just ask Andrew, what does that mean? Or Suzanne, how do you pronounce that? Or Mr. Raziq?
Well, certainly the process was that when Shanaz did come to the UK and she kind of spoke about her eyesight, and we did manage to get to the doctor and hospital.
Okay.
And
what
many
age was
checks.
she then?
She was about 20, just over 20 then.
In her 20s.
Yeah, and there was a spot in her eye at first stage, and even I didn't know before that, but certainly once we get to the doctor and the checks were made, 2 or 3 years it took for them to actually diagnose that it was Stargardt syndrome. Stargardt syndrome. What that really means is that the peripheral eyesight is there,
right,
but not the central eyesight.
Okay.
So therefore, when walking, Shanaz could be looking at you but not recognizing you, but could see that a form, somebody standing in front of her or going by her, but not have that direct vision.
मेरा अगला जो सवाल है will be just after a quick advert break, and वो सवाल है जब आपकी नई नई शादी हुई, आप नई नई दुल्हन थे, इनकी पत्नी थी, तो how did you find out that your wife had a vision impairment? So I'm sure the listeners would love to hear your story, and there's probably a lot of listeners out there that can also relate to this problem as well. आप कितने खुशकिस्मत है कि अल्लाह ने आपको इतना प्यारा पति दिया है, तो आपके इतना ख्याल रखते हैं और आपके ऑप्टिशियन डॉक्टर के पास ले जाते हैं।
बहुत खुश हूँ, बहुत।
Okay, and on that note, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be talking a little more to Mr. and Mrs. Raziq, and then back to Suzanne and to Andrew.
Broadcasting live from Glasgow to the rest of the world. 107.2 Awaz FM.
तुझे सब है पता मेरी माँ।
Mother's Day special at SR Boutique. Why only have Mother's Day to show you care when you can have a whole month? Let your mum know how much you care this Mothering March with the help of our fantastic offers at Boutique. Ladies, buy any treatment for £15 or over and your mum gets the same treatment completely free. Don't forget, we also do hairdressing now, so why not let your mum feel fabulous with a new hairstyle? They've looked after us long enough, it's time we returned the favour. Please ask in store for further information.
SR Boutique, 386 Paisley Road West, telephone number 427 5624 or 257 Great Western Road, telephone number 332 5624.
Where else would you take the most important person in your life on Mother's Day? SR Boutique, looking after your skin, nails and hair. boutiqueskincare.com.
ਰੱਬ ਖੈਰ ਕਰੇ ਧੌਣ ਸੁੱਟੀ ਬੈਠਾ ਕੀ ਗੱਲ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਯਾਰ ਗੱਲ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਘਰ ਵਾਲੀ ਰੁੱਸ ਕੇ ਪੇਕੇ ਚਲੇ ਗਈ ਆ ਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਤੋਂ ਥੱਕਿਆ ਆਇਆ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਰੂਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੀ ਤੇ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਹੁਣ ਖਾਣ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਬਣਾਵਾਂ ਓਏ ਕਮਲਿਆ ਡੇਰਾ ਲਾਹੌਰ ਕਦੋਂ ਕੰਮ ਆਊ ਲਾਹੌਰੀ ਚਿੱਕੜ ਚਨੇ ਤੇ 3 ਰੋਟੀਆਂ 399 ਦੀਆਂ 5 चिकन सीख कबाब 399 ਦੇ 1 मीट ਤੇ 3 वेजिटेबल टॉपिंग वाले 3x12 इंच पिज़्ज़ास फॉर ओनली 1199 ਦੇ कोबेदा कबाब ਤੇ ਲਾਮ ਚੌਪਸ चिकन टिक्का सीख कबाब चिकन विंग्स वाली उन्हां दी मिक्स ग्रिल दा तां कोई जवाब ही नहीं सैटरडे संडे हलवा पूरी हलीम पाए ते निहारी दा देसी नाश्ता डेरा लाहौर 631 कथकार रोड ग्लासगो टेलीफोन नंबर 0141 423 0443
The prestigious Hilton Glasgow is the ideal venue for your function. You can hire the Hilton Glasgow Grand Ballroom with some amazing packages which include room hire, tables and chairs, white linen, exclusive use of banqueting kitchen, corkage for soft drinks and 1 complimentary overnight stay for the bride and groom at a very competitive price. Selected dates are available now. In March or April you can have your function for only £5,000. So phone our events team now at the prestigious Hilton Glasgow. Call 0141 204 5555.
ਆਬਦ ਭਾਈ ਰਿਟਾਇਰ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਫਿੱਟ ਲੱਗ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ।
ਗੱਲ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਾ ਬਾਊ, ਸਾਰੀ ਉਮਰ ਤਾਂ ਧੱਕੇ ਹੀ ਖਾਦੇ ਆ, ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਵੇਚ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ 'ਚ ਬਹਾਰ ਆਈ ਹੈ।
ਕਿਸਮਤ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੈ ਯਾਰਾ ਤੂੰ, ਤੇਰਾ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਜਲਦੀ ਵਿਕ ਗਿਆ, ਸ਼ੋਪ ਕਿਰਾਏ ਤੇ ਚੜ ਗਈ, ਮੇਰਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਿਕਣ ਡਿਆ।
ਲੈ ਬਾਊ 38721888 ਤੇ ਫੋਨ ਲਾ, ਇਹ ਕਲਾਈਡ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਸੇਲ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ ਆ ਤੇ ਸਮਝ ਲੈ ਤੇਰਾ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਵਿਕ ਗਿਆ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਖਰੀਦਣ ਤੇ ਵੇਚਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਗਾਹਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਲੰਬੀ ਚੌੜੀ ਲਿਸਟ ਹੈ। ਸ਼ਾਪ ਹੋਵੇ, ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ ਹੋਵੇ ਤੇ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਹੋਵੇ ਕੈਮ ਸ਼ਾਪ। ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਆ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਬੇਸ਼ੁਮਾਰ ਗਾਹਕ ਨੇ। ਉਹ ਨੰਬਰ ਲਿਖ ਲਿਆ 01413872188 ਤੇ ਜਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ clydebusinesssale.co.uk ਤੇ ਜਾ।
ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਸਕਸੈਸਫੁਲ ਤੇ ਟੈਨਸ਼ਨ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਚਲਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਤਜਰਬੇਕਾਰ ਅਕਾਊਂਟੈਂਟ ਦੀ, ਜੋ VAT, ਪੇਰੋਲ, ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਅਕਾਊਂਟਸ, ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਲੋਨਸ, ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਗਰੋਥ ਪਲਾਨ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਹਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਨੂੰ ਆਸਾਨੀ ਨਾਲ ਹੱਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ। ਟੈਕਸ ਜਾਂ VAT ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਐਕਸਟਰਾ ਫੀ ਤੋਂ ਹੱਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ। ਲਓ ਜੀ, ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੱਲ ਹੈਰਿਸ ਅਹਿਮਦ, ਚਾਰਟਰਡ ਅਕਾਊਂਟੈਂਟ, Harris & Co, 41 Morrison Street, Glasgow. Telephone number 01414203753.
Awaz FM, broadcasting on 107.2 and online straight from your smartphone.
Welcome back. You're listening to Awaz FM, Scotland's #1 Asian radio station. Good morning to you, Mr. Charanjit Sanger, who has just popped into the studio to welcome the team here from Deafblind and Scotland. Welcome back to Awaz FM. Right, my next question was directed to Mr. and Mrs. Raziq. Question in the sense that I was asking them, Mrs. Raziq, that what age was she when she found out that she had a vision impairment? तो आप बता रहे थे एडवर्ट्स ब्रेक के पहले कि अब आप अर्ली 20s में थे जब आपको पता चला कि आपको थोड़ी आँखों की प्रॉब्लम है. सो आप इस बारे में आप और बता सकते हैं, Mr. Raziq, if you want to?
Yes, certainly. As I said earlier, it was diagnosed in her kind of mid-20s, although it started from the 20s when we had a spot in her eye, and the doctors started looking at that, and they said they couldn't do anything about it because there was nothing from a science point of view that they could do. However, over the years, just to say, it's kind of got slightly worse, and also, although I think it's only maybe in last few years that the kind of deafness as well. Although Shanaz didn't know about it, but we knew when she wanted the TV
a bit louder.
Volume louder, and we were kind of screaming to saying it's too high, and she realised from that we realised, so she had both issues, and It is very demoralising when your partner or your family member has these issues.
Would you think for a moment she was probably ignoring you, having the TV volume so high?
Absolutely, and also the fact that that there are certain things that they would want to do and they can't do, and you want them to do. You want your family to be happy. You want because if one member of the family is not is negative in any way or not able to do something, then it actually affects the whole family.
Right.
So therefore, like going on holidays, what type of holidays you need to go to and things like that because of the impairments.
Gee.
So there's all sorts of issues that you have to deal with.
Okay.
But certainly, I'm sure Shanaz will tell you, but I think coming across deafblind the way we did, I certainly, being an elected member of the council and also working, I wasn't really aware of deafblind and what they did.
Okay.
But coming across that way and the amount of work that they've done with Shanaz, it's really, I'm sure she'll tell you herself but as a person who's looking from a side, it's changed her life totally in terms of getting support from deafblind.
तो जब आपको Deafblind Scotland से support मिली थी, तो आपको कैसे feel हुआ?
मुझे तो नई ज़िंदगी मिल गई है कि मैं उनके साथ हो गई हूँ. तो मैं तो पहले घर में ही बैठी रहती थी, इतनी डिप्रेस के कोई बात मेरे दिमाग में बैठती नहीं थी कि मैं क्या कर रही हूँ, करती और थी, कुछ कर और देती थी. तो जब से मैं उनके साथ लगी हूँ तो मुझे तो नई ज़िंदगी मिली है और मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है कि मैं यंग हो गई हूँ. और तो विजय खन्ना ने मेरे लिए बहुत ही कुछ किया है. मैं कहती हूँ कि अल्लाह ताला उसको इतनी सेहत दे कि मैं मेरे पास इतने वर्ड नहीं है जो मैं उसके लिए बोलूं. वो बहुत अच्छी लेडी है वो.
तो अगर इंसान को जैसे कि आप पहले खुद को आप अपने आप को संभालो कि हाँ मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम है, कुछ दिक्कत है कि आँखों की रोशनी या सुनने में, तो पहले आई थिंक जो कदम होता है वो परिवार का होता है. परिवारों का हाथ में होता है कि उन अपनी जो फैमिली वाले परिवार का सदस्य है उनको कैसे सपोर्ट किया जाए. तो फिर अगला स्टेप जो आता है वो है जो जैसे कि ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस है डेफ ब्लाइंड स्कॉटलैंड, कि वो आपको कैसे मदद कर सकते हैं. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू एक्नॉलेज द प्रॉब्लम योरसेल्फ एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग, व्हाटएवर प्रॉब्लम यू हैव, एंड देन इट्स द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ योर family to support you in any difficult health issues. And then thirdly is linking up with or receiving help from organisations such as yourself of Deafblind Scotland. Andrew, would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Andrew, tell us what it means for the charity to be Awaz FM's charity for the year of 2015. And before you do, I would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Raziq for sharing their very touching story to our listeners. And I think Mr. Raziq would like to come back on the mic just after Mr. Gibson here. So Andrew, if you could just let us know a bit about how Awaz FM will be involved in the charity.
Yeah, first of all, we're absolutely delighted to be associated with Awaz FM, and having been announced as the charity of the year for 2015 is a massive boost for our cause, raising publicity, raising awareness. You know, we're in here today hopefully reaching people out there who are unaware of our services, and that you can't buy that. You know, it's fantastic. So of course I'm with the fundraising department, so a huge part of my role is to get the income in to keep the charity going. And with Awaz FM on board now this year, there'll be a number of events. You know, Awaz FM always has fantastic events, so we'll be supporting that, and vice versa. We have our own fundraising events throughout the year, and having Awaz FM hopefully publicising them and getting involved. I know we have individuals across Greater Glasgow and the country doing their own fundraising events, like the gentleman sat over to my left here, Councillor Raziq, who will tell you more about that, I hope. But no, we will be publicising our events in association with Awaz FM, so check out social media from both sides. And we're really just appealing for people to back our causes and our events and anything we're doing this year.
Okay, sounds very positive there, Andrew. Thank you for letting everyone know in regards to how we're going to be linking with Deafblind Scotland. So what events, you've mentioned a couple there, are going to be coming up that people or our listeners here may be interested in?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a full calendar ahead of us. Some things that may be of interest in the near future. In May we have a ladies' lunch, which is Hollywood to Bollywood themed.
Sounds like fun to me. Okay.
So this will feature a fashion show by the very famous and talented Nadeem Salim.
Oh yes, he's a very talented up-and-coming choreographer here.
Absolutely.
In Glasgow.
We'll have the Royal Dole Force drumming away.
Great.
We've had them before at a previous event. They were fantastic. Yes. That will be in May the 24th. You can check out the information on our website, Deafblind Scotland. Okay. We also have a roller marathon in the summer in August, which is very different. If you fancy skating, we have a very smooth track out in the outskirts of Edinburgh, and you can skate over a distance. It sounds a bit crazy. It's a lot of fun. Perhaps maybe for the younger listeners want to try something different. And do you have a date for that? Yeah, we do. It's the 23rd of August.
23rd of August. Okay, thank you very much.
Check out the website for details into how to book your ticket. We have hopefully dining in darkness events going on throughout the year in various locations. That is an opportunity to eat a fantastic meal, but experience it with a dual sensory impairment. It can be very unsettling, but it's also an intriguing and enlightening experience for someone to really understand more what it is like to be dual sensory impaired in a controlled and fun environment. We'll be announcing something very exciting on that soon. I don't want to preempt that, but the person involved in the dining side of that is really top notch, and I'm sorry I'm teasing you with that, but I can't say any more. So
I'm sure the Awaz FM team will agree. Mr. Javidullah will be the first one there. He loves his food. Has he announced quite boldly on his breakfast show this morning that I think right now Batley's the new is that the new warehouse cash and Harry, that has opened up in Glasgow. Actually drove past it the other day, are sponsoring the sports commentary here on Awaz FM on the breakfast show and the drive time. So Mr. Javidullah quite boldly said on air to say, anyone who wants to come by and give me breakfast, bronte and all that, Salin, you're more than welcome to do so. And yet he has to lose 2-3 tyres to run the sponsored race for Deafblind Scotland. So we don't know how that's going to happen there, do we, Mr. Raziq?
No.
Okay, and the mic goes back to Mr. Raziq himself. How would you like to add to today's conversation here?
Well, just a couple of things. One is that I know Shanaz has told you what difference is made to her in terms of her life, but in terms of me looking from the outside, is that she's now, a very, very confident person, which she wasn't before.
Right.
She's much more outgoing. She goes to a lot more events than she ever did before.
Very good, yeah.
And that's without me.
Okay, good.
I had to kind of persuade her to go to a lot of things that I attended.
Right.
And also, her health has improved massively.
Massively, okay.
With doing all these events. Obviously, she goes to a lot more, activities like, exercise classes. And in fact, recently she went to IT classes as well.
Very good, very good.
So it's fantastic. She's starting to use the one of these newfangled phones.
Okay.
Even with her, eyesight and deafness, she still managed to do that because she's got that confidence now through the help of Deafblind and the staff
and
there.
Indeed yourself.
Certainly. But the other thing is that I'm so impressed with the difference that's made to Shanaz with her daily life that I want to support Deafblind in a number of things.
Okay.
I have a few. I've already done some work, but I'm going to be doing. I do some fundraising for some charities. I've done Great Wall of China. I've cycled across Jordan, but now I want to do Kilimanjaro this year in September
I think the
for Just Blind.
Here. Awaz FM have done
they've
that.
done it before, and to make sure that we raise some funds for Deafblind because they do an extraordinary piece of work for them. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it, within my family. So I just want to do this. So if anybody wants to donate to this, it's www.justgiving.com/RAZAQM. So if they want to put into that,
I'm sure our listeners would love to support you with that.
Certainly, I'll be supporting them in other things because I honestly think they do a wonderful job.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much for adding that to the conversation today, and good luck with climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. I've heard it's a tough one. It's a tough one. If you've done the Great Wall of China, you've already got some experience there behind you. But I'm sure the directors here will, Mr. Ali Malik, Javidullah, and I think a couple of others who joined their team to climb the Great Mount of Kilimanjaro, will give you a lot of tips there.
Well, I needed a more kind of robust challenge. I've done Ben Nevis about 6 times, and I thought I'd just do something a bit more.
Go a step further. Or should we say go a mountain further? Right. No, but I think they were raising money for multiple sclerosis at the time when they climbed that Mount Kilimanjaro. But all the best, good luck with that.
Thank you.
And आप Mrs. Raziq आप कुछ और कहना चाहेंगे listeners को? कि बेसिकली अगर और भी औरतें हैं वहाँ पे लिसनर्स हैं या आदमी हैं जिनकी भी यही प्रॉब्लम हेल्थ की प्रॉब्लम है डेफ या ब्लाइंडनेस की या कहीं और कुछ और भी कोई हेल्थ की प्रॉब्लम कोई मसले हैं तो आप उनको कहना कुछ चाहेंगे?
हाँ जी, मैं ये कहूँगी कि मेरी प्यारी बहनों जिनको भी ये तकलीफ़ है अंदर ना बैठें, बाहर निकलें। तो एक अदारा है ये डेफ ब्लाइंड वाला स्कॉटलैंड, इसके पास जाएं और आपको वो मदद करेंगे और वो बहुत कुछ करते हैं और करना भी चाहते हैं, लेकिन वो चार्टी पे चल रहा है। तो आप मेरी बहनें और भाई उनको हेल्प करें कि जो लोग अंधे हैं यही कहूँगी मैं आपको कि उनकी मदद करें और काफ़ी लोगों की वो मदद कर भी रहे हैं। यकीनन जैसे कि मैं हूँ, मैं बिल्कुल मजबूर होकर बैठी हुई थी, उनके साथ मैं गई हूँ तो काफ़ी मुझे हेल्प मिली है और मुझे नई ज़िंदगी मिली है। तो मैं तो वो पहली वाली ज़िंदगी जब याद करती हूँ तो खौफज़दा हो जाती हूँ। तो इसलिए अब मैं बार बार यही कहूँगी आप बाहर निकलें और उनके पास जाएं और मदद लें और मदद करें।
और कहते हैं कि ज़िंदगी बेरंग से रंग हो जाती है और
बिल्कुल,
आज
सही
होली
बात
का
है।
त्यौहार है अगले आज भी और कल और परसों भी है आज होली. So if you do listen to your soul and any problems you have in regards to health, you can also enjoy the colours of life. Would you like to add anything else to that, Mr.
Yes,
Razak?
I mean, we talked about deafblind. I think generally, you know, people, if they have issues of health, there's many organisations out there trying to support people, and I think that they should be going out if they have any ailment. And we know about deafblind, certainly. If you have that, then this is the organisation you come to. But there is many other ailments people have, and I think they should be out searching where they can get support and you know, not sit at home.
Okay. I think the first cue would be to, if you do feel you have a health issue, especially to do with sight or hearing, go along to your GP first or your local health practitioner who will be able to refer you to the correct organisation. Well, there'll be other organisations there in the network to support you even further. Would you like to add anything else to the conversation, Suzanne or Andrew?
I was just going to add, I think in terms of people who have a dual sensory impairment, accessing information is really, really difficult. So it can often be down to the families to direct them in terms of finding out where to go for that information. And I would ask you here at Awaz FM to share our information, so our website details, our phone numbers, etc., on your Facebook pages, on your websites. If you could do that, that would be
if you could give a contact number, if you could give one live on air, that would be great.
Yep, we have our head office is in Lenzie, which is the phone number there is 0141 777 6111.
Okay, but just to repeat that, 0141 777 6111. Okay, and Andrew, anyone want to add anything to this?
I think Councillor Raziq just put it wonderfully. If you're out there and you're unsure, you know, that there's support available, I can assure you there is, no matter, you know, your ailment or your impairment. So we just encourage people, you know, it can be difficult, it can go against the grain a little bit, but please just get out there and find that information. And thank you again to Awaz FM for this opportunity. It really is truly appreciated.
And Mr. Raziq, I think, wants to add one more thing here.
I just want to add, as we've said, there's a number of organisations out there, and the family members who are listening, and the Citizen Advice Bureau is one place that you can go for a lot of information about different organisations. There's a number of ethnic minority organisations like the one I work for, West of Scotland Regional Equality Council. Their number is 0141 337 6626, and there's many plethora of other organisations there. Some are you know, to do with health and some are not, but I'm sure if you go, they will get that information for you.
Okay, thank you very much for coming to Awaz FM studios, Councillor Mohammed Raziq and his lovely wife there, Mrs. Raziq. आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, and Allah आपको health said दे, and hopefully you know, the loving support of your family and the networks as well. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you
very
also
much.
to Suzanne Abati from Deafblind Scotland, who is the operations manager. Thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having us. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you also to Andrew, who's organised today's talk here on Awaz FM.
I'd also like to very quickly add, we have an event in a couple of weeks at the Radisson Blue Hotel, which is a Field of Dreams dinner dance, all in aid of a capital appeal we're doing to build a new centre for dual sensory impaired people across Scotland. Information on that is on the Deafblind Scotland website.
Do I get an invite for that?
Of course you do.
And on that note, thank you very much for Deafblind Scotland team for coming here on Awaz FM. I'm very humbled for you to join us here and share some very valuable information to our listeners. On that note, the next track from the movie My Name Is Kam, it's Tere Naina, yani ki Your Eyes.